Hello everybody, how are y'all doing? So today we actually have a build mode update that might be coming out. So I'm going to tell you how it's going to be happening, when it's going to be happening, and where it's going to be happening. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so the first thing we have is obviously the skin searcher that will come to the update. So if you have like 10 plus skins, you will be able to search a skin rather than just scrolling to find the skin you need to equip. Let's move on to the next part. Alright, so the next thing that we have is, I'm not going to go much into depth of it, but it is actually a bunch of events so that you can have inside game. And I'm just not going to go into it because it's just so much. But let's move on to the next thing that we're going to get for the build mode update. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to be getting for this build mode update, and it's not just going to be in build mode, it's going to be some updates that's actually coming to the real game, and that is actually going to be game stats, as we can see from this leak right here. It shows what game mode it's going to be in. So let's say you just join a server and the game's already started, and you don't know what mode it is, it will show you, and we have some other stats that you will be able to see too. So anyways, let's move on to the next part of build mode update news. Alright, so the next thing that we have is actually linked doors. So basically, if you don't know what linked doors are, you know how you go in the lab and you unlock the green door? There's 4 doors, but once you unlock one, all 4 of them open. So basically, we wanted that in build mode, and it looks like it's going to be coming. There's going to be some sort of thing where you can link doors, which would be really cool if you have a big map, and it would help a lot for the players. Anyways, let's move on to the next part of Piggy build mode news. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to be getting is actually being able to change the survivor skin for all of the players in your build mode map. I honestly think this is really cool. So if you have a map where you're doing something like heist, or you could just set yourself as Willow or something. If it's a theme, you could have a build mode survivor skin for something like that. So I think this would be the coolest update in my opinion. But let's move on to the next thing that we have. The next thing that we're getting is actually being able to make a day in night cycle inside your map, which is something I've always wanted, but since I'm not really good at build mode, I honestly really don't care. But you'll be able to change the day and night cycle, so that way if you're doing something like heist, like I said, if it's in night, it would feel a lot better and you would have a lot more fun. So anyways, let's move on to the next thing that we have. Okay, I know we've got a lot, but let's move on to the next thing. So the next thing that we have is actually being able to get some weather blocks. So let's say if you had like a snow theme, you could get snow blocks. If you wanted it to rain, it could rain. This would honestly be really cool in my opinion. This is something I've always wanted to come to build mode. Anyways, let's move on to the next thing. Another thing that we'll be getting is actually a second outro scene. So you know how in book 1 where you have the good ending and then the bad ending, and then you also have the true ending. And for example, in book 2, you get the 4 Tigery, Willow, Survivor Savior endings, and you also get the hidden ending, which is actually in the background, and I'm just helping some friends get it. So yeah, you'll be able to get a like second outro. So let's say you like escape with an item like a screwdriver or something. It will unlock a whole different cutscene than usually you would get by just escaping with nothing. Alright, so the next thing that we have is actually Epic Tank made a poll saying that in Piggy build mode should number 1 autosave will save a team builder's work even if the owner is not on the server. 2, autosave will only save when the owner is in the server. And looks like number 1 won, so it looks like we will be getting an autosave even when the owner is not on the server, which I think it should happen because I have a lot of people that would work on my build mode server. Like I've got a ton of friends on there. So I think this would help a lot when I'm not on, because usually I'm not on Roblox making videos for you guys. So anyways, let's move on to the next thing that we have. Okay, this is actually the last thing that I have. If I missed anything, correct me down below, but the last thing that we have is like millions of bug fixes, because if y'all don't know, sometimes if y'all do the true ending, Piggy can actually still kill you while you're in the cutscene. So this is gonna help a lot for the people that need the true ending and the hidden ending. So there we go. That's all for this build mode update. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments below. Also, help me speedrun to 1,000 subscribers. It's Editor Captain PG here. Speedrun me to 1,000 subscribers, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe. Peace.